We're going to be continuing with the Final Fantasy post-main story Realm Reborn main story. So last we left off, Moombrita, who is this Rogadin lady who is a student of Charlene and apparently a disciple of Louis Sois, she died. She sacrificed herself. There was an Ascian called Nabriales or whatever, and okay, so a lot happened. But more or less, we went to do the Keeper of the Lake dungeon. We go talk to the ghost of Midgard Somer, who's like the big head dragon dude, thousands and thousands of years old. He assumedly died when he brought down an Imperial airship, like it was nothing. He went down with the airship, and he assumedly died, and his corpse is just sort of like still hanging around this airship. But turns out he was just, napping. He's just waiting to be reborn or whatever, and reincarnated, and his spirit's just hanging out, being like, "Yo, what up?" And so yeah, we go there and it was just like, hey, you heard anything about this? We saw some signs that there might have been like a call to arms from the dragons. You heard anything about this? And he's just like, yes, doth verily my son did roar the dragon song, and we go to war on Ishgard to burn it all to the ground. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, well, that's chill. I guess I'll see you later. And he's just like, you shall not leave alive, you son of a gun. And then he was gonna murder me, but we were blessed by Hydaelyn. He's just like, oh, fuck, you walk with Hydaelyn. I have a fucking pact with Hydaelyn. Fine, you shan't die this day, but I shall fuck you up. And then he like stabbed us through the freaking chest with a fucking laser beam of light. And then he severed our connection to Hydaelyn, so we no longer have her blessing. I assume we still have the echo, but we no longer have the blessing of light. Yeah, but I shall fuck you up. Direct quote. That's exactly what Midgard Somer said. Anyway, so he severed our connection to Hydaelyn, so we're no longer blessed by light, and we were just like, okay, well, that's shitty. Why do you do that? He didn't say anything about it. He didn't answer. We have no idea why Midgard Somer does what he does. But yeah, so we head back to Minfilia. Other shit happens, and with like the Crystal Braves or whatever. And then we get attacked by an Ascian. And the Ascian's just like, oh shit, you don't have the Blessing of Light anymore. Heck yeah, I can waltz in and steal the old guy staff. That was apparently super powerful. Because it can like draw aether straight from the land based on like whatever plaque it had like attached to it, like some rune or something like that. I don't fucking know. And so he's just like, I'm gonna take the staff, and Minfilia's just like, no, you are not going to take the staff. And he's just like, oh shit, I would kill you, but Elidibus, who's the Ascian, like, he wants you alive or something like that, so I can't kill you, but I will kidnap you. And then we go fight him in a trial. It's a little dungeon. And we kick his ass, and he's just like, haha, I can't die, I'm immortal. And that's when we initiate our kill an Ascian plan. So we trap his soul in a crystal, and we use the staff to draw a whole bunch of ether, and we're trying to kick his ass with a pure aether-powered wizard battle blast. And it's not working. He's too powerful. He's countering our wizard lightning with his own wizard lightning. It was a shield, but that's basically more or less of what it was. And then we're just like, oh no, he's too powerful. And then Moombrita, who was also here, she tried to stop Nabriales from kidnapping Minfilia, and she got fucking shanked. She got like shot through the fucking stomach with a blast of darkness, and she was maybe dying, mortally wounded, something like that. She was just like, I'll give my life energy to add my ether to this thing so you can kick his ass. And then she died. So she sacrificed her life so that we could kill for good Nabriales, and that's where we leave off. This is the thing immediately after. We also talked to everybody, and we're just like, oh yeah, Moonbree is dead, so sad, etc. Dude, how do you remember all this? I played this yesterday. I mean, how could I not remember all this? I played it yesterday. But also I tend to have a pretty good memory for story, assuming it's not been, like, I don't know, fucking years. And it's not like minor character details or stuff like that. But yeah. Anyway, so let's talk to everybody. You still there? Our list of grievances against the Asians was already overlong. Must they continue to add to it? Only Asians are assholes. Would we had arrived a few moments sooner? Just a few moments. Well, I don't know if you could do anything from stopping Moonbrita from sacrificing herself, but, you know, that might be a factor. She was continuing on the theory that... She was counting on the theory that a soul's aether burns brightest at the moment of its passing. A scholar until the very end. I did not know that. A soul's ether burns brightest at the moment of its passing. Damn Moonbrita, you son of a gun. Ida. Oh, Moon. I miss you so much already. Yeah, rest in peace to her, though. I feel like her death would have been a little bit more badass if it felt like Nebrales was gonna kill us all. It was more like I'll kill you all, but later, like he was gonna bamf out of there and he was gonna come back and attack us at another point in time. In which case, you know, like we could have just waited and planted a trap for him and tried again later, and Moonbrita didn't have to sacrifice herself. But if it was just like, oh fuck, he's gonna kill us all, and then Moonbrita is just like, oh shit, no, fuck, he ain't gonna do that, and then she does that, I feel like it would have been a little bit better. Moment of silence for Moonbrita. Never have I seen Urianger so utterly defeated. No one should be made to suffer such grief. Yeah, Urianger and Moonbrita apparently went way back. They were fellow students under Louisoix. We shall gather in the Charlayan manor to celebrate Moonbrita's life and mourn her passing. You know what? Whatever. We'll take this one. Sure thing. This accent, which one? I try to differentiate their voices at least a little bit. Do you guys have anything else to say? Nope. Same things. Just making sure. Ophelia wishes to gather the scions and honor the fallen Moonbrita. As Moonbrita was a native of Charlayan, I feel it's only fitting that we gather before the mark of the scholar. Are you familiar with the stone? Maybe. Is it out in the jungle area that's to the right of this place? The scholar being, like, I think it's Thaliak, who's one of the 12. His symbol is, like, the scroll, and he's the patron deity of Charlayan. Also, when you're creating a character, you get to select who's your patron god. It doesn't have, I don't think it factors into anything at all, but I selected Thaliak for my one, or whatever his name is. All right, 'tis a monument found at Wraithfrost and is sacred to Thaliak, garden deity of the city of learning. There shall we pray for our dear friend's soul and bid her a peaceful return to the light of the Mother Crystal. Alright, off we go. Oh wow. Look at this. Like a crystalline tree looking over both the Crystal Tower and... That's Midgard Somer, by the way. That's the airship. Like a giant blip, and that's Midgard Somer's corpse. Yeah. And that's the Crystal Tower off in the distance. Alright. What a nice shot here. It's Midgard Somer, come look this way. Oh, whatever. I like this. Screenshot. I was looking through my screenshots before, and I took a lot of screenshots of the scenery while I was leveling. No quest dialogue, but lots of screenshots. Okay, yeah, and this is the symbol of Thaliak, the scroll. All right, let's honor Moonbrita. She died as she lived, with a lot of spirit. Ding. Taking a screenshot again. I picked some flowers on the way. The poor lass.
Forgive me, Moonbreeder. Had I been quicker or wiser.
I mean, I doubt there's much you could have done. I mean, we need more ether. I mean, if we had more available to us, then... We knew the Asians were going to be coming soon, but we just didn't know that soon. Nabrali Alleys, whatever, really took us by surprise. I haven't met this Asian before, and he's just like, say what? No more blessing of light? And then he just fucking attacked us.
But I was not. And you paid the price.
By her own volition.
But you would not suffer us to wallow in our sorrow, would you? You would tell us to pick ourselves up and get on with it.
That seems very Moonbreeder.
And so we shall. We shall defend this realm and her people to the last.
Fuck yeah. Oh, Midgard Zomer, here you are again. He just appears as he does.
A fair exchange.
True enough, Midgard Zomer, true enough. A fair exchange. This ain't Full Metal Alchemist, though. But yeah, I guess. By the way, Midgard Zomer, like, we have the little minion of him, but basically the reason why he's with us like this is like his wee little avatar or whatever, and as part of his covenant or whatever, his Highland, he's gonna follow us around and observe while he awaits his rebirth or whatever. So now he's just our little, like, I come in and say something cryptic or something weird. Like last time he popped in, he was just like he was saying that we need to do more things on our own. He was just like, you do what you're told too much. Except for, you know, in a very Midgard Zomer sort of way. It was more like, are thou not the master of thine own fate?
Other bargains will be struck.
I like this. Screenshot. Other bargains will be struck. I mean, yeah, I guess sometimes to do one thing, you gotta do another. You gotta give up on another thing. I mean, like, we only have so much time or places we can be or things that must be done or can be done. Or sometimes, you know, this happens. It's happening all the time, everywhere, every day. So I mean, like, yeah, fair enough. Unless you're talking about one life for another death or whatever, it's just like, okay, sure, why not? Cryptic mother trucker. There he goes again. Can nobody else see him, I wonder? You just do what he does. All right, now we go back to the Rising Stones. All right, let's talk to people that are here because they're in different positions now and they have something to say, I think. The Rising Stones feel somewhat colder. Moonbreeder always carried with her such an abundance of warmth and cheer. She did. She did. They're all just leaning moodily against pillars. We must find some means of protecting ourselves from Ashley intrusion. There must be a way. Yeah, that's how you actually, we probably need that. Because now that we're not protected by the blessing of light, TM, we're in a bit of a pickle, aren't we? You can't stay longer, but it's time for me to actually pass out. Thank goodness, Fidelia. Go get some sleep. Thanks for popping by. Take care. Have a good rest. Alright, Ida. Don't feel much like talking at the moment. If you could just give me some time. That's okay, Ida. That's okay. Look at all, we're all so sad. Everybody hanging out so sad, like. I loathe to see Yida in such pain, but I have no words to comfort her. Can you imagine it? I, Papa Limo, the one who has an eloquent comment for every situation, am at a loss for words. Pat, pat. There. It's okay. Great, Minfilia. Though we have said our farewells, the pall of sadness has diminished but little. Forgive me. As antecedent, 'tis my job to be a pillar of strength for all others to lean upon. It's okay, man. It's a hard time. I mean, be sad together. Just, you know, it'll take... She just died. I mean, you can at least give it like a couple days before you be like, alright, time to rally, pillar of strength. Yet I also believe the grief we feel now is precious in its own way, and not to be lightly swept aside. Do you not agree, Kelwyn? Exactly. You gotta work through it. You gotta feel. No, it ain't gonna go away. You just gotta do your best to work through it. All right, complete. You gotta study for finals tomorrow? Oof, good luck. Tis as if a dagger has been thrust into my breast. With grief. But 'tis a pain we must learn to bear if we are to forge ahead with our duty. The battles we have fought have taken the lives of so many. Louiswa, Moonbreda, our fellows at the Waking Sands. Were we attacked at the Waking Sands once? I might remember that. There was an attack? I think there was. Their spirit and dedication to our cause, however, will never be lost as long as we rise to fight once more. Right on. Just keep picking ourselves up. Hold on, I think there's a line. Gosh, I'm trying to think of it. Yeah, I think the line is we carry the strength of the souls that came before us. Something like that. From a song. They won't let us give in. Not yet. Not now. I hardly need to remind you of this, of course. 'Tis for my own benefit that I repeat these words. Of course I don't need to remind you. You always get up, don't you? You protagonist. 'Tis for my own benefit that I repeat these words. A reaffirmation of mine own chosen path. If I do not rebuild the foundation of my resolve, I'm like to collapse in a fit of weeping. You cry if you have to. My apologies again, Kelwyn. There's no other to whom I could display such weakness. My lass, it's okay. 'Cause am I your pillar of strength? Lass. That's going in the memory bank. Oh, I knew it! You are my pillar of strength. I fear I shall have need of your steadfast presence in the days to come. Damn. Don't worry, lass, I'm here for ya. Will be a victory won, a comrade lost, to honor the fallen, the living forge ever on, towards the light of a new day. Forge ahead, and onward. Okay. Did that screen mean that maybe we're Heavensward bound? We're close to Heavensward? Jeez, I hope so. Mask of Grief. Amphilia has a request to make of you. Oh, we're talking to Yida. Have you a moment, Kelwyn? I believe Yida wished a word with you. I should consider it a personal favor if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles. She has not been herself since Moonbrida's passing, and my heart aches to see her so downcast. Yida should be somewhere within the Rising Stones. Pray, lend her sympathetic ear, my friend. Okay. And that's the end of patch 2.5? Okay, okay. We have 16 quests? Okay, okay, okay. I don't need to know how many quests are left. I'm just, you know... I have no idea when Heavensward is coming, but... We'll get there, we'll get there. I think I found my stupidest flying mount. Okay. I mean, there is like there's a whole bunch of them. I mean, there's that one from the casino with that's just a giant cactus. There's the cube one that just has like the different places or whatever where you just float on top of the cube. I've seen a lot of crazy shit. Ida. Hey, it's Kelwyn! Great! Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's just hard, you know? The thing is, I know Moon would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this. Which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order for a moon daisy with Rowena a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. The trouble is, I find Rowena a bit difficult at the best of times, and, well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I just can't face it at the moment. So I was wondering, do you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you and the daisy at Ratherfrost. Alright, Ida. I have the cactus, which is silly but not stupid. Oh, is this distinction going to be made? Well, let me just check to see if these have... No, okay, they don't have an additional dialogue. I just wanted to check. Alright, let's go talk to Rowena. Oh, this guy, Ansi, the red giant ass. Just a giant dragon mech here. What is this? Just a dude waltzing around on his dragon mech. Alright, let's go find Rowena. Oh, all the way at the back. Okay. Rowena's House of Splendors. I've heard Rowena's name mentioned before, but I don't remember anything about this character. Oh, Oh, I think I know her. Kind of. I've seen this character before. Oh, is this the mount? A turtle. Is that how it flies? No. No. That's how it flies? Oh my god, your character's gonna get sick. Holy shit. I was just expecting, you know, a regular gait of a turtle that would be flying. I was just like, okay, that's a little bit silly, but I mean, it's a turtle. I mean, that's fine. But no, it just fucking launches ya. Jesus. Holy, okay, all right. That is pretty stupid. I was just like, oh, turtle, that's nice. Holy shit. All right, Rowena. What can I do for you today, adventurer? Eldritch trinket to trade? No, I'm here to pick up something. Eh, they've got you running errands now. Scoff. Them scions really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Sending the savior Orzia to the bleeding market. Fine use of your time, that is. Listen. Heroes of Eorzea still need to purchase things. This game just helping out a friend. I don't always have to be world saving, you know. I can live my life. Thank you. Seriously though, you'd best learn how to say no, or they'll have you mucking out the chocobo stables next. Anyway, what was it that you were here to pick up? The moon daisy, was it? Here then, take it. And tell that yeetle lass that I've got a wide selection of headwear in stock if she ever decides to replace that dowdy old mask of hers. Gods knows she needs to. Her text makes her sound like she needs an accent, so I'm just gonna give her an old Irish accent. Is one of the first world chocobos. They're not chocobos, but they're basically the equivalent thereof. Alright, so we got Midgardsormr here riding on our shoulder. He's a pain in my ass, but he's so cute. Just my dragon buddy who likes to criticize me. Alright, we gotta go out and go to the area where we paid respects to Moonbrita. Let me know when you get to the next dungeon, I'll help. It's called Steps of Faith. Okay. When I get to the dungeon, I'll let you know. Yeah. I mean, you know, you can't stay angry at him for long because he's so fucking adorable and he's a dragon. I mean, he did cause a lot of problems for us, I guess, though. By severing all of this and Moonbria's death kind of all stems from Midgardsormr taking away our blessing of light. But, you know, whatever. He rides on my shoulder. Okay. Rowena can be so annoying. She just will not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. And when I tell her I like it just fine the way it is, she says it again, and then again, and then again. It drives me crazy. What I mean to say is, well, I really appreciate you doing this for me. So anyway, let's see it. Moon daisies are often hung to rafters, trees, and other elevated locations to represent the celestial body when performing holy rituals to the goddess Menfina during the daylight hours. Menfina being one of the 12 goddess of the moon. And over, I believe. Moonbreed, love these things, you know? I hope that somewhere, somehow, she knows I'm still thinking of her. I'm sure she knows, Yuta. I'm sure she knows.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
Mm-hmm. Fucking Midgard Zomer here again. Here to comment.
The song riseth to a crescendo.
Oh shit, ill tidings. Also, you didn't appear magically this time. You just flying out here, hanging out with me. Canon. What are you talking about? I won't. No further comment from Midgard Zomer here. I just pop in, say cryptic shit. Oh fuck. Is that it? The roar? We usually can't hear that shit. Dragons? Oh, you can sort of see them. There they go.
Is that what I think it is?
Oh yeah, they're rallying to attack, dude.
Hello, can you hear me?
Aye.
We have received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
Yeah, I can see why there might be grim tidings from Ishgard. Midgard somewhere just came in cryptically and was just like, the song riseth to a crescendo, and I was like, oh shit. Alright, back to the Rising Stones. I guess they had us come out here just to be like, because this was after a patch, should be like, hey guys, remember how Membrita died, and then the dragons. Infilia? We shall press onwards as we have always done. I will not squander the sacrifices of our fallen friends by surrendering to a paralysis born of fear. Off note. My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Moonbreeder's passing. Her loss was sorely be felt. Will be sorely felt. Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us little time to mourn. The envoy from Korthus will soon arrive, and we must hasten to hear her report. Is it going to be Lucia? Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second, Alphino. Didn't feel anything else to say? We had reports come from a number of frontier settlers. 'Twould seem the dragons have come as far as Mordona. Yeah, dude, I saw them flying overhead. Alphino awaits the arrival of the Ishgard envoy. The envoy is here. Weird. Who is it? Oh, it is her. Lucia. I thank you for receiving me in such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the usual pleasantries, if I may. Certainly. You come with news of the Dravanians? Aye. The dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the Central Highlands a short while ago, and battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Aymeric himself sallied forth with a contingent of temple knights and several companies of the noble house's finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced into retreat, our victory, if such it may be called, came at the cost of many of our own. Too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravanians renew their assault. You paint a grim picture, my lady. It is reinforcements you seek, then? We do. Though it pricks our pride, it is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the Horde. The Horde being the Horde of Dragons. Sir Aymeric would meet with you to discuss the possibilities of enlisting your aid. Very well, I shall depart for Korthus at once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitments to quelling the unrest of Ul'dah must take precedence. It is with such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. The Signs of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the grand companies of Eorzea. Will you consent to plead our case to their leaders? on the one hand, okay, so on the one hand, it's just like, okay, we want to help them. But on the other hand, these sons of bitches, we're just like, no, we're not going to help you because it doesn't involve us. So now they're just like, oh no, we're involved in troubles now. Will you help us? Though I will gladly appeal to the grand companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply. That's right. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Origin Alliance, I can well imagine how our plea will be received. Now there you go. But the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. Okay, at least they're self-aware. I see. Very well. I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations and have them present your request directly to the heads of the grand companies. Yeah, I guess the least they have to ask. In the event that your plea does not receive a favorable answer, I know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. As they rightly should be, considering. You wish you made an alliance now, don't you, bitches? That is only to be expected. Rest assured that I speak with Sir Aymeric's authority in this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Oh, fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Are you gonna head out? Alright. Thanks for popping by, Lax. I appreciate it. Glad I could tune in for once. I'm glad you could too. Take care. Good luck in your finals. Which brings me to my final request, a personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellows' involvements. He wants to send me in... he wants to send me into this battle? The words of Iceheart come to mind. This is a war we do not know. You faced Midgard Zomer and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. Okay. I mean, I fought some dragons. He didn't want to harm me, though, as per the... I mean, I can't tell her this, because we don't want to be like... the people of Ishgard are crazy nutso. I remembered this later after thinking about all the heretic stuff, but I remember during the questing, the initial questing when you go through Korthus, like they treat the heretics like witch burnings were treated. Like, one of the ways to test if they were a heretic was to toss them off a cliff, and if they rose again, then they were Dravanian, and if they died, they were pure-souled. They were pure-hearted, but they died anyway, and it's the same, it was the same with, like, the witch burning stuff, where they would, like, put someone to drown, and if they rose again, they were a witch, but if they drowned, they were innocent. And it's just like, they died, though. You just killed an innocent person. This is not cry of injustice? Anyway. So yeah, they're fucking crazy. Thank you. You wear the mantle of the hero well. And we don't know who's a frickin' the frickin' religious zealot and who's just like a normal person in Ishgard. Considering that the Holy See, which is the, I believe like the elf pope is like the head of their state alongside, I guess, the noble houses. We'd seen the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive, Kelwyn. Thanks, I'll try not to fail. You got this, I believe. That's always the goal. Oh, cutscene. Meanwhile, in Ishgard. Who are these? Were they just fighting each other? No, it's the rebel force. The heretics, it's Iceheart. Heretics and one traitor? Okay, I see, based on their armor, I guess.
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken.
Oh, just like Midgard Somer said. Very unfair, though, but... Oh, shoot, hold on. Anyway, this is exactly what Midgard Somer said. Oh shit, what are you
Brothers
doing?
and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus.
Oh. In the Roar of the Dragon? They can do that? Is that what that magical shit was?
The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
Oh shit. She just took down Ishgard's magical defenses? Okay. Alright. Shit. Shit's going down in Ishgard. We've had reports of a number again. Okay, we're sure we said that. We've already said that. Alright. We're going to Camp Dragonhead. Now we got new dialogue here. Okay, Tataru. If you're looking for the Scions, they're already left for the Alliance nations. I do hope Ishgard will be saved. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people there, right? The ship be due going down. Considering recent history, will there be any amongst the Alliance willing to aid the Holy See? Ishgard has few friends at the bargaining table. Yeah, I agree. They should have taken the Alliance when they could have, but alas, they were too proud. They're wishing for allies now, though, aren't they? Mm-hmm. I mean, we'll do what we can because, of course, we want to save people despite their leaders' dumbass decisions. But, you know. Though I've never seen one myself, it is said that dragons lair just beyond the borders of my homeland. Oh, okay. There's dragons around Doma. That's cool. Should events take a turn for the worst, we are fortunate that this settlement is such a popular crossroad for so many veteran adventurers. Mm-hmm. I doubt they'll attack us though, right? Because their blood feud is with Ishgard. But I mean, who knows if we go to aid them, right? The town has been calm through all this talk of war. But if those dragons come to Revenant's Toll, there will be panic aplenty, I'd wager. Mm-hmm. I don't think they will, though. They might, though. Who knows? They're dragons. All right. Are you Alpha now? It seems I was swifter, Kelwyn. You too, however, have arrived in with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. I don't know how you travel, Elfno, but if you took the Aetherite, yeah, you were probably a little bit faster. The murmurings about camp tell of some manner of trouble at the gates of judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot. Oh wow, we're just going into the battle place while he's not here. We're just like, oh well, we might as well go investigate, right? The fence is impenetrable. What of the city? Nay, we must not be overconfident. Oh, those are the lines the NPCs are saying. You're actually in Ishgard doing level 87 quest? Nice. I have no idea what the levels are like in this game. Like, what's max level right now? I'm not sure. I measure progression in Final Fantasy through story and not levels. I have made it this far in the story. Ah, then you must be, you know, in this expansion. Oh, look at all these people. Loan. The Dravanians mass for an assault on our defenses. Do they? Foolish lizards. They do not understand the challenge the blessed light of the Holy Sea. To challenge the blessed light of the Holy Sea is to perish. Shanalet. Let the horde come. We shall rid ourselves of 1,000 of their number in one fell swoop. 90? Okay. And the distance from WoW, Final Fantasy XIV sends you back to old areas all the time to do stuff. Yeah, because it becomes story relevant, you know, right? And I know that a lot of the job quests and stuff like that take place in old areas. Marcel. What business do you have here? Speak quickly. We prepare for the onslaught of dragons, and every moment I waste on your blather could mean another dead night. What do you do here? I'm Sir Marcelin, Knight of Ishgard and Keeper of the Gates of Judgment. With my life, I am sworn to defend these great ingress from our enemies. Even now, the Dravanians mass for an assault on our walls, and every last resource needs to be bent towards fortifying our defenses. Do not try my patience with trivialities. What kind of place is this? You stand within the gates of judgment, the sole means of entering the holy sea of Ishgard. Only those deemed worthy in the eyes of the Fury may pass. In earlier days, I might have sought the grace of Halone. In every hopeful petitioner to fall to their knees before me. But war looms on the horizon, and his eminence would not have our unity compromised by the intrusion of unruly outsiders. I trust I've made myself understood. Wow. Okay. Okay, so we're talking to some of the guards here. Mark the nervous glances our friends share. The dragons have attacked, yes, but something else has occurred. Something unexpected. Let's question the knights here ere we proceed. Tenter-hooked temple knight. When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. Bothered bowman. The gates of judgment are much more than mere doors. They're the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards. If our first line of defense can be so easily shattered. Are we just eavesdropping? Trembling temple knight. We need not fret over much. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine. Dyspeptic Dragoon, I appreciate the alliteration. Heretic scum, how dare they meddle with our divine protections? I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting them down one by one. Seems the heretics have broken the magical defenses of now. As per the cutscene that we didn't see. I mean, that we saw, but, you know, we in character did not see. 'Twould seem the heretic struck the first and most telling blow against Ishgard. Scions, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead. Yeah, we went to decided to go investigate ourselves. Is he ready yet? My apologies. We chanced to hear that there had been troubles at the gates and thought it prudent to investigate the cause. AKA we're nosy. Then you've learned of the heretic's treachery. Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against our defenders and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. But let us speak more of this back at camp. Sir Aymeric awaits you. Alphino is eager to return to Camp Dragonhead. Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do as we were bid, and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Holchefant will know where Sir Aymeric means to receive us. Away we go, back to the camp. And by the camp, I mean honestly this fortified settlement. Alphino. Pray, ask Lord Holchefant to direct us to the meeting place when you're ready. Yeah, yo, we meeting? 'Tis reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. Ah, but you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to me prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived and would treat with you in the intercessory. Of course we would go there. Anything else to say, Holchefant? Nope, that's it. Alright, over here. I was like, nah, this doesn't seem like the door. There was supposed to be a person here. Is that a Rogadin? Oh, rare to see, rare to see. Badass. Oh, look at this. A dancer garb? Yes, it is. Sword and all. Sahar. Cool names, cool names. Greetings, madam. Shall I show you inside? Yes, let's go. Meeting time, meeting time. Look at this guy just leaning back in his chair. Ishgard's future hangs in the balance. If the city's salvation rests on our assistance, I cannot well withhold it. Even so, I mean to make Sir Aymeric sweat for his reinforcements. Fair enough, Alphino, fair enough. I mean, after the way he treated with us, right? Well, he was forced to treat with us. Obviously, you know, we don't want to, like I was saying before, we don't want to forsake the citizenship just because their leadership are pieces of shit. Not that Sir Aymeric is a piece of shit, but, you know, like, he's beholden to others. On this occasion, feigned disinterest may serve the cause of yours in unity better than naked philanthropy. Come, let us find out what concessions the Holy See is willing to make. Aymeric? I thank you for coming with such haste, and apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes, we are but recently returned from the gates of judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the contrary, Master Alphino, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Estidian! Yo, 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 yo! It's your boy! Anyway, this is gonna be an important character going through Ishgard and onward. This is Estidian, Dragoon. Badass in armor. May I present to you Ishgard's Azur Dragoon. I don't know what that title means, but it's swanky. An impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons. Sounds cool, but I don't know what it means. I also know. They are formidable warriors all, yet even among such masters of the lance, Estinian is without equal. He, out of all the warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of the dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravadian. Oh, okay, so he's the Azur Dragoon because he wields dragon powers. I have that armor? Nice. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. I think his voice is groomer than that. I keep on remembering his voice from the Endwalker trailer. Very, very gruff. So, you are the adventurers whom they spoke. I see now why my blood fair sang in anticipation of our meeting. Oh? Well, now that we have all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. It would seem Lady Iceheart and the Dravanians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Fair enough, give it to them. Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently in our nation's history. Though once defeated by the hero of Haldrath, the beast is said to have terrorized Korthus since Ishgard's founding. Aye. Many are the scars our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. You know, to reclaim something that was stolen from him. The trophy Haldrath plucked from the bested worm's skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard, and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. I see, so they keep it... But he attacks the city to retrieve his eye, but they keep it so that he's less strength so he won't attack the city? I mean, it seems a bit twisted. But sure. I mean, maybe... I guess they don't want to trust him enough that he wouldn't attack the city if they gave him back the eye. And if they... Because they said he fought the city before. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. Well, fair enough. His wrath... If it's been for 1,000 years, man, I'm sure his wrath is great. But then again, if you've waged war for 1,000 years, I mean, you might also, like, tire at some point of war. Also, gotta be real subtle about glancing to Midgard Zomer. Can't let them know that a fucking invisible dragon is talking to me. The eye itself is secreted deep within the vaults. The vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But those stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics. The dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Dravadian horde whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength. Through the endless march of the years, the dragons endure, calculating, inexorable. You must understand, these creatures do not share our perception of time. Yeah, seems the case. And that is especially true of the great worms. They who spend centuries in slumber only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours had passed. Also, they like, I don't know, hibernate? Spend some time in slumber? Is that what Midgard Zomer's currently doing? Just resting? I guess he's waiting for reincarnation, which might be different than this slumber. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies. 20 years for him to gather his strength and for us to bolster our defenses. And now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. Yeah, Nidhogg is one of the first brood, who's one of Midgard Zomer's sons. Yeah. I might get lost in the dragon lineages shit yet, but you know, I think I have it straight so far. Like, it can be hard to keep track of. Especially when they keep introducing characters. You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature, then? Of that we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covet the eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. It is a weakness the Dervanians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem. You have described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander, yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? Oh, it's true. I guess he's sharing details of their weakness. I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the keep of the lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why I should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dervania. Taste of your own medicine, bitch. When the Oloisian Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend our country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. As far as we know, the dragons only have beef with you, kid. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and would return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Korthus would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Oh, okay. He's not saying the dragons would come to attack, he's saying other people would be bolstered. Until the Garlean's arrival, that is. For you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Korthus. They would not even have to draw steel. They would if we invaded. If we took Korthus instead. But I guess the Empire does have an invading force, meanwhile we, New Yorkers, do not. An imperial province sharing a border with Mordona. Seven hells. You make a good point, you bastard. Ahem, well, very well. We will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of the great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers in face of the coming horde to face the coming horde alone. We did turn your leaf very quickly, Elfno. I mean, we were playing a little bit, we're supposed to play a little bit reluctant, but he really was just like, alright, we'll do it. Nor did I ever think you would. Now, upon the matter of the roar. Allow me, Sir Aymeric. Through the power of the Eye, I have become a vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Damn. Fear not, I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you, and the Eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go. Thank goodness for that. I was just like, you bring the Eye here? Isn't it what they seek? Isn't it like super unguarded? Because he didn't say it was in the vaults. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. The worm who roared was Nidhogg, aye. He means to hurl his horde against Denifin's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt the worm has summoned his minions to war. Of the 7, 5 currently live of the first brood. I see. Alright, Estinian. Nidhogg. He is the source of our suffering. If we do not fell the worm, these endless clashes count for naught. Aymeric. I'm painfully aware of the hypocrisy of our request, and the self-inflicted nature of our predicament. At least they're self-aware. But should it serve to deliver my people from their unkind fate, gladly shall I bow my head and beg for aid. I expect, nay, welcome the coming storm of scorn and disdain. You know what? I'll give him that. I'll give him that. He's willing to put aside his pride and beg for assistance, and rightfully bear the scorn that will be thrown his way just for maybe a little bit of aid. Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in a common cause. You think? If we can get them to work together to help Ishgard? I doubt, though. I doubt. They have their own problems. And I don't think they have the means to rally for this. I think he's just gonna get the scions and that's it. Sir Aymeric was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But do you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. That they do. Alphinaud is ready to begin making preparations for war. If we are to aid the Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will have to be made, and soon. Before proceeding, however, we must needs return to the Rising Stones and make our report to the Antecedent. Alright, anything else to say? Ere we sally forth in defense of Ishgard, we must need... Okay, yeah, okay. Alright, let's go back then.